to your question, I think I've also been reflecting on why the reflex around floodgates continue to come up. And I think one of the reasons is that perhaps the biggest disservice our Constitution does us is that it expressly includes in the language that our Bill of Rights is subject to certain clawbacks. And unfortunately, this should have been mundane, in my opinion. But for some reason, it has given some licenses for some to think that anytime rights are asserted, it's inherently absolutist, or that there's something anarchic about assertions of rights. And, you know, I've said on different occasions that one of the tragedies of how we analyze rights in this country is that we tend to read the right backwards. That is, we start from the limitation. And even before we give ourselves time and scope to fully appreciate the breadth and the full incidence of the right, we are already invoking a limitation to negate the right. So to say that the right is not absolute, that has no magic of its own. In fact, there's no jurisdiction in this world that has said that any right is absolute. And no one has ever asserted, even in our courts, or advanced an absolutionist theory of their right. So yet, anytime you go to court or anywhere to allege a violation of rights, before the court even discusses the full extent of what your right is, you find several references to the fact that your rights are not absolute. I mean, even in this judgment, which I think is one of the most pleasant decisions I've read in a while, the judge mentioned the fact that the rights are not absolute at least 6 times. And this is in addition to the so many other instances where she says the same thing without using the word absolute. So for me, the consistent hammering on the language of absolutism perhaps reveals some uneasy relationship we have with the way we assert rights in the country.